Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 39th episode of Battles and Voices. I'm Lathika, and I'm the founder and host.
And I'm Camden, and I'm the co-host.
And Battles and Voices is all about allowing people to kind of experience different careers in healthcare and to kind of share their stories in the moments that shape them.
Now, please welcome our guest, Anna.
Hi.
Anna, thank you so much for being a part of this episode. It truly means a lot to us to have you on Battles and Voices. To start us off, could you please introduce yourself and share a little bit about who you are and what you do?
My name is Anna. I'm an EMT in the emergency department, and occasionally do IFTs out of the hospital.
So, for our first question, what are you doing currently? Even though I know we talked about EMT there for a second, but just dive into a little bit more if you want to.
Um, I I'm an EMT right now. Um, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next right now, but right now I'm just EMT and hopefully find out what I'll do next later. But just live in the moment, work in the ER. I love it. ER tech is great. So yeah.
So what inspired you to enter the healthcare field?
Okay, it's a long story. So, I took care of my grandmother when I was during COVID, like a little bit during COVID and before COVID, and I took care of my grandma during COVID and all that, and it prompted me. I was a journalism major before all this healthcare stuff,
Mhm.
and basically just wanted to uh, go into healthcare after caring for someone for a period of time, and that was my grandma. She was very special to me at the time.
I really love that.
Yeah.
So you shared that caring for your grandmother after her
Hmm.
Alzheimer's diagnosis played a
Hmm.
huge role in your journey in
Hmm.
healthcare. So, how did being her caregiver shape the way that you kind of view healthcare and service today?
Well, caring for, I guess you should, in a way, you should care for every patient as like how I felt about my grandmother, because every patient's there, they need something, and kind of in a way, you should treat every patient like how you would treat your own family in a way. So, when I took care of my grandma, it shaped me to be more compassionate, more empathetic, because I had someone who needed help at the time, and it took that and put it into my own work. So that's basically how, I got into it and how I kind of view things. That's it.
That is so heartwarming. So as you're currently an EMT and a paramedic student as well, what has the experience so far been like working in such a fast-paced and high-pressure environment?
Um, I guess, you just gotta, when you're in a fast paced and high pressure environment, you kind of just have to trust yourself and, basically like um, what you learn in your schooling and what you learn on the job, you apply that to, how you do your work. And you just have to trust yourself and be confident in everything you do, every decision you make. Use that confidence and kind of make your way through it. That you fake it till you make it. That's what they say. But then once you make it, you're good. So, you know.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. Trust is definitely something that you do need within yourself. So, EMS often kind of means stepping into situations when people kind of feel very like low and, don't have that self-confidence within them.
Mhm.
So, how do you mentally prepare yourself for that responsibility and that role when you're stepping into it?
For a long time, I was actually not very confident, and I would second guess myself a lot. And I think with experience and with the more you do things on the job, and the more you do things in your schooling and things of that sort, um, you kind of um, you kind of morph into a different, like, you're never the same person in your career. You can kind of morph into different um, ways that you do things, and you learn more and more as the time goes on. So I guess I really needed time and learning, and that kind of helped me kind of become more confident. And then I actually have like this, okay, this is kind of random, but I have this like coin, and it gives me like kind of like, it's like my secret token. I have a coin that I keep in my wallet, and I go like keep it in my pocket when I go on like runs and ambulance and stuff. And it just makes me feel a little more confident that I have that safety with me. Like it's a prayer coin. So yeah, but that's my little secret token. But I'm like, I'm always going to be safe, and I'm always going to be have the right decisions made for me, because I trust in that. So that's my little secret. But other than that, no, just time and learning how you do your skill and how you do everything is also very important too, because you have to have experience in order to make those big decisions too.
That's so beautiful.
Hmm.
And what keeps you motivated when doing what you're doing, especially during the challenging and emotionally heavy moments?
Um, I guess when the challenges arise and when it's emotionally heavy, I kind of just I believe I'm doing it to help other people. That's like my thing is like I help my grandma. I just want to help other people at the same time. So just helping the people and making sure I did something for someone and during the day, that I work. That's a big enough, like, that makes me feel good at the end of the day when I come home from work. I'm like, maybe I helped someone today.
I really love that. So, you mentioned that EMS is the medical field that you're most passionate about. Could you tell us what about it that kind of makes it feel like it's the right place for you?
Oh, I could go on about this. I love EMS. Is so I was studying for other things before, was in LVN and things of that sort, but I just felt like at home in EMS, like I felt like that it was um it was the one like career field that I felt like, even if I'm like not even going to paramedic yet and stuff like that, I felt like it's the one career field for me that I felt like I'm always on the road, on the ambulance, or I'm in the hospital doing things in the ER. Like I always felt like every day was different. And so I like that. So you never know what's gonna happen, and just like the mystery of it all was really good too. And no, I just felt really good with working in EMS rather than the other things I studied for, like in the past. So this feels definitely like the right career for me, and I don't want to waver anymore. It's been really good that I've started it in a couple of years back. So I really like, it's the one place I feel like I can be at home in my career. But yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to find your little like place in medicine.
Yeah.
I feel like that's always important to find what you specifically always want to do.
Yeah.
And making sure that you're happy in it as well is also a key. So, can you walk us through a moment in EMS where you felt confident, that you were confident exactly where you were meant to be? Like the moment when you realized that EMS was right where I wanted to be.
It's not an exact moment, but I felt like I was where I needed to be at my once I started working 911 in the past, with when I was in the sleeper program up in Siskiyou, and then also working in the ER here in Butte County. So just those two like career moves like really made me feel like this was right, and I felt really confident after that, because before that I was working at some other IFT jobs, which, nothing against IFT, but I just felt like I wasn't doing like what I felt like I really need to be, like the place I really need to be. And I really liked working ER and 911. That felt like a better fit for me. So I felt more confident doing that kind of work instead. So yeah.
I really love that.
Hmm.
And while you were talking a little bit more about the EMS field, I did
Hmm.
have a side like kind of like a question that just like arose.
Yeah.
So what was like the most special like case you've ever like dealt with, if you don't mind sharing, of course.
Let me think, because it doesn't come right to mind. Most special case, because I'm like, I have a lot that I thought of.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just the I guess in like I can tell you like a time in my life that I felt like I was serving and it felt special to me was when I was in McLeod and I McLeod Siskiyou County up there north in California, and I was in the sleeper program with Siskiyou College of Siskiyou's, um doing that for paramedic school at the time. I felt like the whole community was just very welcoming, and I felt like I was serving the community in a way. And that was kind of like my one place I felt like I really meshed and really felt special to me. So that sleeper program, that was great. And I really felt like it was a special moment in my life, in my career. That's
I
it.
also have another side question. What
Yes.
is the sleeper program? Like,
Yeah.
sorry,
Oh,
is that just
they don't
like a
have a
night
lot of
shift?
them. No, no. So they don't have a lot of them around the state. So sleeper program is basically it's a part of the college. It's like you get to sleep at the fire station, serve on calls when you're not at school, and it's basically like you live rent free at the fire station, and as long as you're in school and you go to school during the day, you come back to the fire station, you eat, and you live there, and you just go on calls while you're not at your class. So it's a super unique program, and I haven't heard, I don't think they have them. I think that's the only place they have. I'm not sure if they might have some in the East Coast or something, but that's the only one I saw in California, and it's super unique. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to do that up there, and it was a very good time in my life.
Thank you so much for that. Off topic, but I have somebody in my close little circle, my
Yes.
boyfriend, he's starting EMS school literally this week, actually coming up. So I'll have to tell him about that. But sorry, that was off topic.
No, it's first come first serve, and it's up north in Northern California, and it's a wait list if you don't get in right away, but it's usually first come first serve, so it's not that hard to get into, and there's not too much of a wait list if there is one any. So I recommend that school. Very good school, very good program, and you get experience while you're going to school. It's great.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing to hear, Anna. Thank you so much for that
Thank you.
information.
Yeah.
So you mentioned being proud of pulling yourself out of difficult situations and failures. So
Mhm.
what did that persistence look like for you during those difficult moments?
Failures. Um, if I'm honest, failures is something that happens a lot with me. I'm so afraid of failure, and to the point where I have withdrawn from a couple programs. But I think with failure, you just need your confidence, and you need your time to build up that confidence. And once you fail once, or you are afraid of failure so much that you withdraw once, as long as you get that confidence later on through building your confidence, you're able to move forward. And just because you fall down once doesn't mean you can't get back up. So I believe in second chances and trying again. And that's kind of what I'm doing now with my career in paramedic and all that. So just kind of, you just got to figure your way out through that. So um, just kind of like pick yourself back up, brush yourself off, and just try again. So important to do that and not just swallow and say I failed, I can't do it anymore. But you can always try again. I believe in that.
That is some beautiful knowledge right there. And I think that's always something to think about because it's important, especially either you're in high school, college, or even like further education routes as well. It's always important to like not let yourself get down. Like just keep going and whatnot.
Yes.
So, how have these experiences with failure shaped the provider and person that you have now become today?
Um, Today, I think it teaches you like when you fail or when you don't make the most correct decision for yourself, you're able to really do better next time when you do that one thing. And whether it's something big like in like dropping from school or not making it through school, or if it's something small like you didn't make the correct decision in like a scenario in class, you're always never going to make that same decision again. So you learn from every failure you do, and learning is the best thing because it shapes you to be a better character in the end. So that's what I have to say about that. Just failure is not bad. It's just a learning lesson.
I definitely have to agree. Like you said, failure is not a setback. It's just something that keeps you in the way from getting what you want.
Mhm.
And if you really believe in yourself, you can definitely achieve that end goal. So, to wrap things up, for
Mhm.
students or listeners who are interested in the EMS field or even healthcare in general, but may be afraid of setbacks or failures, what advice or encouragement would you want them to hear?
Um, if let's say if I could tell anyone who is afraid or wants to start EMS or just afraid of failure, any of the sort, EMS is a good field to get into. Um, Basically, a lot of people use it as a stepping stone, but it's a good field just any ways to get into. I believe that setbacks and failures, sometimes not so forgiving, but sometimes they can be forgiving. You just got to believe in yourself and you'll make it in the EMS field. Don't have that lack of confidence. As long as you believe in yourself, you'll be able to grow in your career. And EMS is one of those fields where you got to constantly keep growing and growing. So, if I could tell anyone anything, EMS is a good career if you like exciting things, if you like just days when you don't know what's going to happen next. So, um, you get everything different every day. So it's a really good career if you want to get into helping people and stuff like that. Um, you know, it's been great.
That is some beautiful advice. Thank you so much, Anna, for
Thank
sharing your
you.
journey and
Yeah.
your passion for EMS with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling.
Of course.
Thank
And thank you for
you.
having me. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate this.
Aw, we appreciate you too.
Thank you so much. Your resilience and dedication to helping others in the medical field is truly inspiring, and we're so grateful that you shared your story on Vitals and Voices.
And to everyone tuning in, thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. And your support means the world to us.
If you enjoy this conversation, then be sure to follow, share, and stay tuned for more episodes.
We'll see you next time.